everyone, and welcome to Makeover, the show for Second Life homes and gardens. I'm Safia Widdershins, and this week we're visiting the new home of the galaxy, the Sagittaria estate, and talking to Bill Sterling, the owner of both of them, about how he's bringing together a very exciting environment. So welcome back to the show, Bill.
Hi, Sophia. It's a pleasure to be back on your show.
Okay, now the first thing that strikes me is you've moved the galaxy.
Yes, we did.
Why did you do that?
That was the big only move since the launch of the ship. Well,
Right.
I think one word can sum it: open space. We had some open space in Sagittaria, and with the policy change, we decided to get rid of them. So that
Right.
creates a gap between where the ship was, which is a little bit far up to the north, and the Sagittaria estate. So we thought it was a good idea to move the ship down and put the estate back together and connect the ship with the estate physically.
Well, it certainly makes a stunning addition to the estate. We can see, I think, the old map and see how the Sagittaria estate looked then. And we've got the Sims of Sagittaria shown, and the galaxy, as you say, was some way off to the northeast, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah,
I
you can
remember
see
when it was skiing.
yeah, you can see the little open space islands to the west. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when the galaxy was being built, actually standing on one of them and taking a picture of it in the distance. That was amazing. But
I wonder what the residents were thinking. Oh my God, a big ship coming.
Well, actually, it was Arcady and Bella who work on as part of your team anyway, so they were quite happy.
Yes.
And if we look at the second map, we've got the galaxy firmly attached to the land now. And I believe that this tower is new too. I don't remember seeing it the last time I was in Sagittaria.
No, this is part of the new renovation that we just completed actually last month, and the whole idea is putting the ship and the community together, and with those OS sims out of the way, we converted into one full sim. So now we have a lot more space and resources in this sim to create a central point where people can access both the ship and the residential side of the estate.
Right. And this is lovely. I mean, I love the tower. And you furnished it beautifully as well. So it makes, and when you add in this quite spectacular view, this is a really remarkable location.
Yeah, I think so. I always make fun with people that I've been homeless for, I don't know, the last 3 years or so. But after I built this tower, I decided to pick up a unit myself and just kind of, try it out and see how the view looks. But
Right.
it turned out pretty good. And you can see both sides of the estate. One side, the residential side, and the other side, the galaxy.
Yes. So it is a real focal point. And over here, we can actually see one of the things that I love about Sagittaria. If we look down here, it always has such a busy feel because of your transportation system. There's always boats and monorails going around you can watch, and it just looks so spectacular.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about this last time too. It was always my fetish to play with model trains and rails, and so now I got the system running. And in one way, it makes me sleep better in real life, knowing that all these trains are running by themselves, even when there's no one around.
Right. And I came over here, and we were having a look at it the other night, and it looks so spectacular at night. You've got the lighting on the station, so beautiful, sort of a rich blue light. I think we've got a picture of that.
Yeah,
and so you've thought about all of that.
Yeah, on the entire line, actually, there are 4 different lines. There are quite a few dramatic scenery changes. For example, the main station here, which is very busy with all the trains coming in.
Right.
In another sim, it turns into a subway. And also, there are some other areas that the train goes by. It even goes through a building's lobby. So we're trying to kind of give it some drama to these spaces with the lighting.
That must be pretty dramatic, yes. And I love the way you have a variety of different styles of home here, houses here in the residential area. So you've got beach houses, coastal homes, and you've got some amazing yachts people can live on. And a submarine?
Yes, that's where actually our old estate entrance lobby was. So with the lobby moved to the new tower, now we got some space for these mega yacht docking. And since we have the space and the extra prims right now, so the other day I kind of played around and built a sub, kind of to show people that, other than just putting up a yacht, you could live underwater too and do something fun and creative.
That is amazing, because we went and had a look at it the other day. I think we can show some pictures of inside the sub. And I noticed that when I was there that there's very little of the blue light that you normally get when you're underwater.
Right. I tried to counter that bluish haze with yellow and warm glow, so that you don't see so much of that underwater feeling.
Right.
Although
Right.
Technically you're underwater.
Yes, that worked, I thought, brilliantly. It didn't give you the feel of being underwater at all. And you had you have a teleport to get down, don't you?
Right. Yeah, because again, with a sub, if you walk into our open entrance, then you see yourself walking into a water-filled boat, which is not exactly fun. So with that and all the warm textures, the wood, the carpeting, kind of it counters that underwater coolness. It creates a very warm and comfortable space.
Right. I love that. I mean, when we got there, I was expecting to see a really functional machine-based environment, and instead the interior, it's closer to Jules Verne. It was, 2,000 leagues under the sea. It was
I try a little bit of that Captain Nemo steampunk kind of look.
It works really well, and such a contrast with the outside. So how many prims are there in that finished submarine, as a matter of interest?
Oh, I think including the coffee and the food trays, I think it was 170 prims.
Wow, that is not bad at all.
No, and the yacht space gives you 800 prims, so I have a lot more prims to play with.
That's fantastic. So, are there any more changes to see?
Yeah, rest of the changes are on the Galaxy and near it. Shall we go over and take a look?
I'd love to. And I love your elevators too. So it's a great excuse to travel down.
Okay, here we go. I think, let's call the elevator up. So, can you see the new smokestack?
I can. They look wonderful. When did you change those?
Just a few days ago.
Right.
Now, the old smokestack on the Galaxy was one of the things that I never liked from the beginning. It was just out of proportion. It was too big. So finally I got to it to make it into a little more fitting size and a little different style, a more modern style instead of just a box.
Right. I love your elevators. Although the skirt, the wind does make my skirts a bit Marilyn Monroe. Okay.
See if anybody's under and looking up.
I hope not. Okay.
And now this is the Sagittaria lobby. So this is now the entry point to the estate.
Right. And it links us at quite a high level, doesn't it, for the with the galaxy on the top deck?
Yeah, that was one of the design challenges to put everything together here, because there are a few vertical and horizontal alignments that needs to sort of match up.
Right.
For example, here the bridge takes you to the top deck of the ship, and also there's an airport under the bridge, and we have the monorail lines right under us. So we had to get these all these circulation patterns lined up.
Right. And have you kept the old gangway? Because I used to enjoy arriving at the old gangway and getting into the ship. Have you kept that as well?
Yes, that one is still there. Actually, the gangway on the ship is still the primary entry to board the ship.
Right.
Yeah. Because
it's lovely when you go into the reception that way.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're going to wander across to the ship, and while we do that, we're also going to take a short ad break. And then when we come back, we're going to be seeing some of the changes on the galaxy itself. I'll be telling you about an exciting competition, and we'll be hearing about next week's show. So don't go away.
Radio Real is an internet radio station on the air daily. We play an extensive variety of music for listeners with eclectic taste, from early music to Victoriana, big band and folk. We also provide music for a wide range of special events. For more details, visit www.radioreal.org.
The best things in life are free.
SS Galaxy is the only full-size, full-scaled, and full-featured virtual cruise ship in Second Life. Anchored in the Sagittaria estate, the SS Galaxy spans 3 sims with more than 8 decks of fun and entertainment. Whether you are looking for a residential suite, a vacation weekend away to party and enjoy the romance, or just curious about the most wonderful attraction in Second Life, we welcome you. Come cruise the galaxy with us.
Welcome back to Meta Makeover, the show for Second Life Homes and Gardens. And we're actually on the galaxy now with Bill Sterling, the owner and creator, and with Jill Mackenzie, who's in charge of weddings here on the ship. Hello Jill, glad you could join us.
Hello there, it's great to see you again. How are you?
I'm good, and looking forward to exploring the chapel with you.
Awesome.
So can you tell me about the changes here? I think we've got some pictures in the old style, so let's have a look at that.
Alrighty, I would be glad to. The chapel before, it was beautiful, but it was very stately. It had a very distinct look. What Bill has done here, which is marvelous, is he's opened it right up. He's created curves and lines of flow. He's taken the space and made it lighter, and just a really beautiful setting for a wedding.
I think, Bill, you were saying to me the other day that you felt that the old chapel was quite masculine, but this is more feminine now.
Yes, because I finally come to realize, just like all things in both lives, it's the female that are making the decisions. So for the wedding chapel. So for the wedding chapel, we have to appeal to the female taste. Like Joe said, I like the old one. It was masculine. It was heavy with all the stone and the wood. So I wanted to make it open and make it lighter. So when the girls comes in, and they'll go, "Wow, I can get married here."
I think actually light plays quite an important part in the way you've done this, doesn't it?
Yeah, the chapel side, all the windows actually face to the west. So the idea is that this is the perfect spot for a sunset wedding, where you can see the sunset and the ocean and the sky behind the glass window. And then after the wedding, people will be moving across to the other side of the ship where the reception hall is, and in about an hour the sun will rise, and that gives you the feeling that you partied all night.
Oh, that's lovely. That is such a clever idea, so you can dance till the dawn very easily. That's
and it's
great.
very beautiful. It really is gorgeous.
And you've got this lovely fountain here. And the columns are beautiful.
Yeah, I've been looking for classical style columns always. Everywhere I go in Second Life, it's very difficult to find one that's really good. I guess the trick to the classical design is the proportion of the details. And then this one I found is by the maker Tamha Zimmerji, I think. And this is just a beautifully done sculpted column. It got the right details, and most importantly, it's got the right proportions.
Right, they are beautiful columns. But one of the things that I really like are the way you've done the plants in here. There's really a lot of greenery here.
Yes, Joe, you have something to say about that?
Oh, sure. No, the plants really add a little something extra. I think it's not probably typically something you'd find on a ship, but the illuminated trees just set off everything, especially with the sunsets. It's just gorgeous.
Yes, that's gorgeous. It gives a lovely touch. I like the way you've done the plants along the wall as well. So that sort of gives an added depth. And a very low prim cost, I believe, to actually put the texturing on the wall.
Absolutely, it makes a big difference.
You've used quite a few linden plants here too, I see.
Bill can answer that one.
I like the linden plants. I don't, I always run into people that really hate them, but I thought the linden plants looks good. They blow in the wind, and most importantly, they're one prim. So I really like them, but because Joe really operates in this space, so I have to kind of compromise and put some other colors and real plants and prim plants and kind of balance out the space.
Not that I'm demanding.
There's some terrific work being done now with sculpty plants, which are only one prim. So you might want to have a look around for some of those.
Yes.
Because that's another way of going. But this is really beautiful, and I like the little heart trees and lighted trees and all the effects you've built up. I think it's lovely.
Thank you.
Now, it's very appropriate we're here today in this beautiful chapel, because I've got an exciting new Meta Makeover competition to tell you about. What's the most romantic place in Second Life? We really want to know. Because for our special show on February the 10th, in honour of Valentine's Day, we want to feature the most romantic place in Second Life. And in order to find it, we're asking for your help. We've set up a survey, which you'll find on the Meta Makeover blog, so you can vote for your most romantic place. And the survey asks you for the name and slur of the place you choose as the most romantic in Second Life. And you'll find it on our blog at http://metamakeover.wordpress.com. And in addition, you can say why you think your choice deserves to win. We're going to give a prize to the avatar who supplies what our team believes to be the best answer. And that could be a funny answer, a romantic answer, or even a very poignant answer. But the one that strikes us as the best will win a prize. And the survey will run till the 1st of February. So get voting, and you could see your favourite romantic location on Meta Makeover. And I also want to tell you how you can get a Meta Makeover for yourself. To get a Meta Makeover, all you have to do is send an email to metamakeover@gmail.com with 3 or 4 pictures of your home attached and stating your reasons in 50 words or less why you would like a makeover. And you can see more information and that address on the Meta Makeover blog. Remember, you can subscribe to Meta Makeover and find out all the latest news by clicking on a Meta Makeover Subscribe-O-Matic. We have some in our studio at North Point, at the Prim Perfect headquarters on Oliveto, and over at the Prim Perfect offices on Venice Island. And I think there's a Meta Makeover Subscribe-O-Matic on the Galaxy as well, isn't there, Bill?
Yes, we have, I think, 2.
Oh, great. Well, now, let's have a look at the wedding complex here, the rest of it.
Okay.
I love the way you've got this underfloor lighting here, and all around the fountain as well. That's beautiful. Because I suppose by the time people get to walk through here, it's actually night, usually, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very, very often. And again, you know, the lighting really brings drama to the space and the depth to that. So, and also, I want to highlight these beautiful columns. So, these one prim little light works well.
The fountain is lovely. And so you go through to the reception area through here.
Right.
That's right. Directly across.
I love these. I love the way that in contrast with the light you've used these really strong colours. We had the red, white and black in the chapel, and now we have these lovely rich chairs and tablecloth.
Thank you. The chair colors, the tablecloths, and all of that can be changed also to suit the wedding colors that are of the couple that are being married.
So if someone wanted to be all pink, you could change it quite easily to pink.
Very easily, yes.
That's great.
Even the place settings are changeable.
That's lovely. I love those place settings. They're beautifully done.
Thank you.
Can you actually get food at your reception?
Oh, you certainly can. Satu is wonderful with the food.
Satu?
Indeed.
Oh, hi, Satu. It's
Hey,
good to see you
Satu.
again.
Good to see you too.
Oh, and you've laid out the most fantastic buffet here of your sushi.
Yep.
That's wonderful. Oh, that's beautiful with the roses and the food.
Thank you very much.
That is lovely. And you're still running your restaurant here?
Yes.
Lower down on the Galaxy. And people can buy your sushi from there.
That's right.
Not just individual sushi, but they can actually take home a tray if they can cope with the prims.
Yeah. No platters as well as single dishes.
Right. I can remember when we actually made over a whole house for pretty much the same primage as your biggest tray carries. That was great. Okay, now before we go, I really must have a dance in this room because this is so gorgeous. So, Satu, would you care to have a dance?
I would love to.
Okay. But before we do, let me tell you that if you want to watch the show again, there'll be repeats on the SLCN Lifestyle channel, or you can watch it again on the web at the SLCN website, or you can download it from the iTunes store to watch on iTunes or even on your iPod. And I'd like to say thank you to Bill Sterling, Jill Mackenzie and Satu Moreau for showing us some of the changes that have been happening in Sagittaria and on the galaxy. It's always fun to come over here.
Thank you, Sophia. It's always nice to have you guys back.
Indeed, it's wonderful to see you again.
Always a pleasure.
Great. And now for our next show, we're going to be making over a skybox for a cat. A cat who wants style and who wants fun. So our designer will have quite an interesting task ahead. And so make sure you watch to find out how she gets on. And until then, I'll say the dragons farewell. Farewell, fair winds, everyone. And before you leave us, let's have a dance.
Goodbye, everybody.